Is that any better? Can people hear me now? Thank you, Lieber. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was. Never mind. If we're up and running now, we can actually get started. Okay, so... And are the audio volumes roughly okay for people? Is the music too loud? Is my voice okay over the music? Have to keep adjusting it between different games, so I'd rather get the volumes right than blast people's ears. Fine for you, okay. If we have anyone else come with their own issues, we'll deal with those at the time. Oh, thank you, LOTRO Ranger. Looks like I need to adjust my alerts. That's a new feature I'm playing with, but thank you for hosting this stream. Okay, so I'm just trying to remind myself where we were at last time. We're picking up exactly where we left off the last... Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I'll play with it when I'm not on the stream, else I could be here for hours trying to tweak things. Yep, Moria. So we are trying to help the Dwarves to reclaim their ancient stronghold of Khazad-dûm, or in the Elven speak, Moria. So we'd picked up quite a few quests and cleared a few as well. So I'm just going to try and see where I need to go for some of these ones. My hands today, yeah, they really hurt. I fell a little bit down the stairs when I got distracted with my baby crying last night. So it was, yeah, that hurt. My neck has been really bad. My painkillers are roughly working at the moment, so if that becomes unmanageable, then I'll have to consider having a shorter stream than normal, but I'll try and keep it all at bay with shed load of caffeine in my LOTRO mug. We have a disaster in our household. The coffee has in fact run out, so I'm on tea. Right, so we need to be going south from here. Now this stream is rightly called Getting Lost, and that is because despite the fact there are paths here, certainly in this stream, I get lost. Thank you, Lieber. yeah, quite a lot of challenges going on in our household at the moment, so I figured I'm going to be streaming. I was going to be playing LOTRO anyway, so there was no need to not stream. So I need to be going south from here, if I can find my way. So the missions we're going to be... quests we're going to be picking up, down in... I think we're a few levels below where I need to be. We've got some dragonets to try and kill, to clear out some of those pests. We need to find out where a strange light is coming from, and clear out some deep claws, who are basically pests in the mines. Hi Elva, thanks for joining. If anyone has any issues with video or audio in this, my computer has decided in its wisdom that my game volume has to be really loud. Excuse me. So I'm just hoping no one else is getting at the volume that I am. So we need to be down there, and none of the paths are obvious. Just reorientating myself. I was playing a completely different region. There's one way down. Completely different region last time I was playing LOTRO, so it takes me a bit to get my head around where I was before. Right, so here we go. Hi again, username unavailable. I might have to call you name. I'll just do a physical wave, it's easier than a command. If anybody is in LOTRO on Evernight and you give me a wave, I should see it. Someone on my last stream suggested that I have chat covered up with something in case people want to PM me, but I get my emotes in my kin tab here as well. So if you do find me in, just call us Josh. Okay, I'll try and remember that, Josh. Thank you. So if anyone does see me in game wants to wave, I should still pick up emotes. But observation skills are not my strongest in life. So if I miss it or I miss you, then I apologise. So we are aiming to go south from this point. This is always fun. In theory, what I should have done is find out where the heck I'm supposed to be, and then go live. But then you wouldn't see quite how hopeless I am at directions. I wonder if going back to my campsite would make an easier transition. I always get confused coming out of Dolphin View. Yeah, I might actually go back to my campsite, which I'm hoping is in Moria. I had fun with trying to transport to a different location the other day. I thought, oh yeah, I need to get back to Evendom, and then my milestone was set to Estelden, which made for a very long ride back. Right, well, it's definitely in Moria, so that's a start. Being a hunter really spoils you when you play other classes. Being able to just transport where you want to. Right, so we want to be going south from here, but not back into the library, which I think is here. So let's have a go. Let's see if this is in fact very wrong. I had to have a kinmate come and rescue me from my own inability to navigate. This... I'm usually okay in landscapes because even if I have to swim a portion of it, I can still get where I want to go by going directly there. But in Moria, it's not as simple as that. Although apparently there is a deed for, you know, jumping off random cliffs. Now then, I need to be tracking wood for this character. Right. I think that is a closed off area. Might have to call on somebody. Ah, but you can go into there. Can you not then just turn left? No, I bet I actually have to go down that way. This is a completely new region for me, hence me not knowing anywhere that I'm going in this. I'm gonna try and see if I can. Oh. Silly goblin. Sometimes I think in Moria it's actually easier to walk. Once I get to some crafting facilities, I will probably just chat with you and clear down some of the epic amount of materials that I've collected. Now then, I want to be going roughly this way. Ah, but I do need to clear out some of these en route, so that's fine. Yes, Elver, I think it just is completely random. It's, I'm not sure why you would choose to. It must have been one of those accidental, oh, I've just fallen down an epic cliff face, and all of a sudden a deed triggers that you weren't expecting. And then, of course, you just end up leaping straight onto LOTRO Wiki and trying to find out where the rest of it is. If you go into settings, there's loot all, saves clicks. I only take loot out of here anyway, I think. I'm looking forward to the new filters system that they're going to bring in, though, because it'll mean, hopefully, those quests where you get about 400 of the same quest item, and you're pending loot, and then you wonder, why is my loot overflowing? That should stop once you've added a few filters in, hopefully. Why do I have two earphones in? I'm not playing music in my ear. In the actual microphone one, I'm playing music in here, so I've got the headphone on, trying to keep distractions down. Probably also habit, and also I've had a few issues recently on this computer with both games at one point, where if I suddenly took out the earphone socket, the audio decided it didn't want to kick in. Oh look, I'm back at Dolphin View. Right, I have to... Oh, it's a tiny little passage. I remember now. Kinmate's shown me it's a really inobvious passage. Look, down here. Me and my unobservant eyes. Now I've remembered, I'm going to try and use the goat you get in Moria, because I used some treat funds that I was allowed to take up the apprentice riding trait. So this goat, when you first obtain it as part of a quest, is about 38%er, which, yeah, is faster than running, but not a lot. But it means I can have this effectively free goat at 68%, so pretty cool to be able to do that. Oh look, here we go, at last. Well, that's not bad, only 10 minutes of aimless wandering. I think people are very, very patient. Have I unlocked this? I've unlocked this one, so for future reference, the stable
These halls will be great once more.
Will be at the deep descent, so next time I need to make a note to take the horse to here rather than run around mindlessly. Okay, so we want to be in these glowy areas. Ah yes, last week we had fun around the tracks here. Helping a few dwarves out. They say there's just so much to do that even with the number of dwarves they have, there's just far too much work. Okay, so I'm probably not going to be safe to stay mounted. And we're looking for colour crystals, looking for sources of the light, and defeating dragonets. Now I think I still have to find a passageway down here, or I'm pretty sure it's not just a walk. And there it is. I think I have to go down another level. Just trying to remember. Did I just use blood arrow? That was silly. Never mind. Thanks, Libra. It's good to know. I still feel very much new to this whole streaming thing, but I have found that chat is a great way of engaging with people, but on top of that, I don't have to just talk to myself effectively all the time. It's just nice to have people chat and me be able to reply to it. So I'm happy for whoever comes and keeps me company. I'm very grateful that people do. So now, yeah, okay, so we need to, as part of being in Moria, there's quite a few, I've already triggered quite a few deeds. These deep claws, which appear to be, oh how rude, giant cave claws, but a little bit more on the brutal side. And the numbers of things you have to kill down here are getting really high now. I used to think when I had to kill 90 of something in one region, that was quite a lot, until I ended up at, well, Angmar was pretty bad, but I'm not even finished there. Where's Moria's tab? Can't see Moria's tab. Being silly. I'll look again later. So am I going in the right direction now? Kind of. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do much about you being 12 hours ahead of me, Liber. As much as I'd like to. Hello, sneaky goblin. Right. Now then, I was in this area last time as well, so I wonder if I still need to just go back and then turn left. That's fine, because we're still achieving things, taking out these deep claws. Ah, a kinmate gave me an item XP boost, so let's use that at least for an hour. Item XP, to people who don't play LOTRO, helps your special weapons and items to become stronger the more you use them. So these three things here are three weapons that I'm basically adding their own XP to. They level up kind of like your character does. Ugh. Maybe I do need to go down by the tracks first. That's fine. Whoever designed this, or however many people designed it, did a very good job of making it feel very much like a maze. And this region is huge, considering you're underground. It is, I mean, it should be enormous. It's a mine after all, but just really impressed at how big it is. And because it's mostly underground, there's very few you don't get much in terms of grass or other frills like that. I keep a decent FPS in this region, which is refreshing. Yes, little old New Zealand. Yeah, I have had someone from Australia once on stream. I think although I think where he was at wasn't 12 hours difference. Definitely not 12 hours difference. So I reckon we need to be taking this, and we'll follow some of these tracks. At least that way I shouldn't fall off the edge if I follow the track. I have managed to, as so far, not fall to my doom in Moria. I have no idea how I managed that, but I'm not complaining. Right, yes, we are finally in the right area. There we go. Let it never be said that I don't give realistic titles to my streams. Right. So what we're looking for here are sources of light, whatever they are. And dragonets. Now then, I have no idea what the sources of light are. So far in the we've been setting up the dwarves' sources of light. There's a system of mirrors in Moria that sort of seems to reflect light from wherever they can find it into where they need the light to be. Here's the door. I knew I had to go down somewhere. Probably should have had another stint in Moria before coming live, but never mind. I'm not perfect, no one is. This is where I need to be. So, last time we picked up the quest from Ondot. I'm probably not pronouncing things totally correctly. So, dragonets and whatever the sources of light are. Cool. Yeah, because New Zealand is not huge compared to Australia and how many time zones traverse Australia, yeah, people just think, oh, but New Zealand's near Australia. That's not enough. Thanks for the warning, Elva. I'm not surprised. I have done one mirror quest already, but it was only like move 2 or 3 mirrors. It wasn't a particularly painful quest. So the Grodbogs are mostly non-aggressive until you attack them, but they are indeed, stage 1 is 100, which means in total to get all of the LOTRO points that you can from that deed, you'll need to kill 300 of those things. I don't know whether I'll have the will to do all the deeds here. My aim initially in Moria is to get myself to level 60 and then go back to Angmar and try to finish that off. I'm not finished the epic there. I actually found Angmar particularly challenging, and at that time I don't think, I haven't got a soldier token either, so I couldn't take my skirmish soldier along to Angmar. Don't know if any other LOTRO players here have had this, but at the skirmish camp you can pick up the skirmish tokens for the soldiers. One, it has like a minimum level. The next one is another level up from that, but it wouldn't let me purchase the second one even though I was within the level range. It said I had to complete the training stage 2, which I did months and months and months ago, but it wouldn't let me buy it from the skirmish captain. Don't know if anyone has had that issue, or whether I just pick up one from the LOTRO store and try not to be too annoyed by that. Right, is this the source? Ah, destroy filthy nests. Lovely. Die, Nasha, die. Right. What I tried to do with hunters, I watched a hunter stream a couple of weeks ago, and their approach seemed to be use barrage and penetrating shot, refocus, and rinse and repeat. But I find just keeping using focus all the time really annoying. So I use usually barbed arrow first to slow down the mob, and then which adds a focus, and swift bow, which adds 2. So effectively I try to stay around having 2/3 focus if I can. It also means I'm not boring myself to death by just going on 1 and 2 shotting things all the time. And I think I've got quite a good damage over time for the barbed arrow, so it does its own, well, literally damage, but yeah. There's, ooh, lovely, a diseased dragonet. I don't really want you diseased. Go away. Of course, sometimes I'd have to wait for swift bow, which is not that swift, to finish its cooldown. At least this way I should now be able to reach those 2 nests. Oh! I must have missed a shot. But hey, we can one shot or two shot the next ones. Right. Yeah, I wondered, Elva. I really like my hunter as well, but I've been changing my mains around. So this one will always be my main. But I realised my top 2 level characters were both hunters, and I've always wanted to get sort of variety in my gaming, so I've been purposefully working on my guardian with a bit of advice from a kin mate on how best to do the traits and skill points. So I've got a variety. I have 10 characters on this server, but I only regularly play 2 of them at the moment, else I'll never see variety. And I get a bit regioned out sometimes with too many outs, so I waited for ages to end up doing the Lowlands twice at the same time on 2 characters, and not a fan of that. And I think at the moment I've now got 3 stuck in Breland, so as soon as I can get a couple of characters quite the way through, I can go back and focus on another one and pull them a bit more through. My Guardian's now hit Evenden, which is one of my favourite regions. Just got to get used with Guardian still to how much slower the combat is, but I do like taking very little damage. Right, how are we doing on what we've actually been sent here to do? Still need 9 dragonettes and done nothing about the source of light. Colours of crystals, is that... Well, it should be somewhere in this region. Aha! There they are. I was hoping to avoid these. These are really freaky. They make my skin crawl. Bleh. Right. So the sources of light. I'm hoping there's dragonets down there as well, because I've only seen 1 so far up here. The only thing with Hunter is trying to get your... Oh, I jumped too far. Trying to get your class deeds done, because some of them involve the melee skills, and as a ranged character I really don't like enemies in my face. I think Guardians were designed more for group, but the only thing I find really unforgiving on Guardian is trying to do deeds, which I've started getting a little bit lazy on, if I'm honest, because I managed to earn enough LOTRO points to unlock the whole of Eriador. I think, having said that, I think Moria was one of the ones I actually paid for a long time ago. That was what put me up to premium. I just didn't want to lose out on. I think it was a particularly good deal at the time. So I don't have to deed as much as I used to, so I can enjoy the regions more and stories. So the strange light is coming from crystals. Well, at least it's not coming from some sort of goblin camp, which I think was what they wondered whether it was. Hi Badger, thank you for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate that. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, how rude. See, these things are creepy. I think the risk-averse person in me likes Guardian because I very rarely get down to nearly dying. And you can take on quite a good number of mobs in one go without getting close to death, at least. I did manage to die in Doldinan, but to be fair, it's supposed to be a fellowship area and it was only about 5 levels over the level of the mobs, which is not enough in a fellowship area. There's no dragonets down here. I'm going to have to use my track skill once I've picked up enough of these colour crystals. No, it's still Sunday here. It's Monday for you. No, I'm just webbed down. Thank you. That was lovely. How many more of these do I need? Just 2 more of these, and then we need to go back and find the dragonets. You die more on your guardian than your runekeeper. Are you a fire runekeeper or a lightning? Because some of them have better AoE. I'm now going the wrong way for dragonets. My runekeeper's still very low, level 20s or something. But he's my only scholar, so he makes my nice things for combat buffs. I am missing a crystal I haven't actually looked at. Which is supposedly... Oh look, I walked past it. I'm so slow. At least my pain meds are roughly working. Right, so that's all the crystals, so I still need to find the dragonets before I can go back to the quest giver. Are they higher up then? Yeah, I chose lightning because I can keep moving. Ooh, pants. Go away. Whereas I think if you focus on fire, you're kind of a bit stuck. But then again, I mean, because I don't group up much, it doesn't cause much of an issue. But when I've seen calls for runekeepers for fellowship quests, they nearly always seem to ask for fire ones. I wonder if it's just the DOTS and adding the ranged ability to it. I don't know. I don't have much time or capacity for group quests in any of my games. I'm gonna have to do my passage to find these dragonets. Ah, okay. There's one. Where are you? Oh, way ahead. Okay. Only, of course, to get there, I have to pass through a whole field of deep claws. Thankfully, I need them for deed, otherwise it'd be a bit unforgiving. Ah, okay. I wouldn't want to be the one measuring the maths of that, because obviously lightning can do more burst damage, but to calculate what's better for the damage over time. I know some people can use parsing software to work that out, but I don't like being stuck to the ground, so my hello. Getting serenaded by the deep claws. So my hunter, both my hunters are mobile, as is my runekeeper. I don't like the idea of not being able to move. Probably the risk aversion again. If I need to run, I can. Don't yell at me. Aha, dragonets. Well, that's one. I need another. Tell me there's not. Ah, there's a dragonet slayer deed. I need to make myself a map. I'll never remember this is where they all are. Yeah, I've actually taken to minstrels myself. When I ended up on Crick Hollow as well as Evernight, I decided that I'd make a copy of Myrlas in terms of appearance, but the alternate reality, he ended up becoming a minstrel rather than a hunter. I hadn't realised quite how fun it is to take down the enemy with music. And kill them with your music. Killing me softly. Or not softly, depending on your skill as a musician. So I need 4 more dragonettes. Are they up here as well? Yes. So if I go up these stairs, I should be able to find some more up here. Today I'm on Evernight. Yep. But I will be periodically on. Last week I streamed from Crick Hollow, just doing some stuff in the North Downs. And in fact last week I streamed 11s, so there was a basically it was a music stream last time. I need to, I think I started reading Silmarillion a while ago. I need to pick it back up again, because I have concentration span problems. If I am reading something and it feels complicated, then I can't always concentrate. But I do want to read it, and I want to start retrying the Lord of the Rings again. But it's trying to find the time and space, and in our house, the quiet is always a challenge. Yay, dragonettes. We're nearly done with Ondot's missions, I think. To read Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, I would have to have quite a little bit of quiet to concentrate on it. And our 11-month-old child doesn't give me much in the way of quiet, let's say. 1 more dragonette, and then we can go back to Ondot. Yay! I can spot one there, there's one, but I have to go past the deep floor first. Gonna need to make another cup of tea, I think. Yay, right. And dragonette. I will not be DBing. Certainly not on stream. I'll just be focused on quests. Right, so, I think it's safe to actually ride. What have we got here? I am a supreme tailor, and obviously very modest about it. Need those. Purple crystal lamp fragment. Oh, Iron Garrison Guards rep. Okay. You can pick up rep items in Moria. Unyielding Drake Scales. Okay. Ah, these have respawned far too quickly. I do prefer Spear, Lotro Ranger. I'll come back to your question in a minute, Elva. I prefer Spear more from an aesthetic point of view. So it's a small preference. I had got him with 2 swords, but they look really huge on a Hobbit. So Spear on the back is what I decided to run with in this case. Audiobooks, yes, possibly. Because then I could do some of my relaxation exercises as well. I hadn't thought of that. I might have to speak that through with my wife. Because that's not a bad idea, actually. That way, still enjoying it, but not having to concentrate. Given how much I actually know about tech, I do tend to miss the flipping obvious sometimes. Oh! Bless you, Lotro Ranger. I have been overwhelmed recently by the kindness of people in this game. It's great. I've been trying to pass on the love where I can. Yes, NJ is in fact almost 1, Lieber. Next month. Well, this month, it's now the 1st of October. So in about 3.5 weeks' time, she'll be 1. Scary. We've survived nearly the 1st year of being parents. Don't know how. Skin of our teeth, I think. It has been the most challenging year and a half that we've ever had, but we're still alive, still sane, and still gaming. I never needed it so much as I have in this last year. Life looks so much different than what it did a year and a half ago, and the vast majority of it in a really, in a good way. Cool. So let's see what Ondot has to say about all this lot. Congratulations on my remarkable survival. That's what I think people should say when parents hit their next birthday. Instead of, congratulations on being whatever your age is, but you've survived another year. How on earth did you manage that? Dragonette.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
I am deeply indebted to you. This will make a great difference, I think, for dwarves all over the Silvertine Lodes. You have my thanks, Myrlas. Has anyone told you how incredibly useful you seem to be? Oh, that's a compliment as far as it goes with dwarves. You are useful. Thank you. Oh, I've got to reforge an LI, have I? Which one needs reforging? My spear, in which case I do have to get it reforged. Bummer. $6 years. I bet it'll feel like...
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
I bet when NJ hits 6, we'll just wonder where the heck the time's gone. She's nearly walking. She's trying to very, very, very hard. So I think by the time she is 1, she'll be pretty much walking wherever she wants to. What do you have there, Myrlas? Oh, this is about the strange light. Ah, were these fair crystals the source of the light I saw and not a goblin fire? That is wonderful. We can harvest those crystals for lamps in the desolate parts. It seems like if something strange happens in Moria, it must be the goblins. But in this case, no.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
You hope. You got rid of those pesky deep claws. Good. I am glad to hear it.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
We have searched for mithril all over the Silvertine Lodes by mining mineral deposits and not found a trace. I noticed some deposits along the walls here. I am sure they will come up dry as well, so I dare not get my hopes up. But we had best finish what we had started and take a look, don't you think? Bring me the ore samples you collect and I will look it over. The dwarves, despite this being their most exciting project to date, they don't have much hope that good things will be found. They're all like, yeah, I'm doing this. I don't think it'll actually be great, and we're expecting the enemy to be everywhere. But we keep pressing forward. So, I need to find mineral deposits, do I? Is that still down here someplace? Clear out a few of these. If she's walking by herself, I guess she won't be in as much pain. I wish I knew the answer to that. I don't pick her up very often anyway. It's not wise, and despite only being 11 months, she is strong and therefore hard for me to pick up. Will I be in as much pain? It depends, because actually doing things that are physical, including sitting, playing games with her on the floor, hurt. At the moment I have a problem in that I'm the best person to get NJ to sleep at night. Well, that was a fluke, I spotted that. Blue tinged ore sample. But last night it took an hour of trying to keep her calm, trying to give her food when she wants it, and I was just sat still with her, and that hurt. And that's really hard because I'm used to being in pain, but I knew, parenting is never easy for anybody, but the idea that it hurts more when you're trying to do things as a papa, yeah, it's been difficult. As she gets older and understands more, we'll just got to try and balance. Yes, I want to do things with my daughter, but NJ will also have to understand that I can't do everything that she may want me to do. My wife does most of the bending, let's say, so when she's walking and you're holding one of her hands, she's very mobile for someone of her age, but because she is only 11 months, she's not exactly tall, so more than the manoeuvrability, once she gets a bit of height, that should help, hopefully. There's always hope, I just can't always see it. How many more of these deposits do we need? We need 3 more deposits. Have I come out of the area? Yes, of course I have. I wasn't looking at the map. Over there by the dragonettes, I see them. As we've had a few more people enter the chat, our volume levels seeming to be okay for everybody still. Yeah, it is a challenge, Lieber. It's we've been very fortunate in that my in-laws have been super supportive, but my mother-in-law up till recently had a full-time job of her own. Oh, Hans, I missed a dragonette coming. Never mind. But at least over winter, my mother-in-law has either less work or is having a break before the next season. Where we are in Scotland, there's a lot of seasonal jobs, so places will recruit for tourist season, which is about March to February or March to November-ish. It just means there's a lot of temporary work here, temporary contracts kind of thing. But it does mean I think she's going to be a bit more available. Good to see you again, Flea Taxi. Thanks for joining. I still haven't managed to find a convenient time with my family to do a third stream. I'd like to move the Getting Lost Around Moria stream to a weekday, because Sundays are my Crick Hollow down days. Man, these things respawn really quickly. Shouldn't complain, they are indeed, but... Gotcha. At least I should be able to pick up plenty of task items. Just ignore the fact that you can shoot through a stone set of stairs there. Yes, I know I need to reforge my ally. I shall do it at the next available opportunity, which I think the Deep Descent has some Relic Masters. I think. Is the sun meant to be out? Yeah. So is it about 4 AM where you are, Lieber? I know in Scotland, certainly in the Highlands of Scotland where I am, when it gets towards summer, it doesn't properly go dark at night in summer, and then towards winter it doesn't properly get light. Not really. So you go from one extreme to the other.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Yes, but hobbits are fighting for dwarves right now. Well, let's have that ore. I'll take a look. Ondot looks at each piece of ore with a scrutinizing stare. Suddenly he jumps as if startled by a ghost. What? I cannot believe it, Myrlas. You have found Mithril. It's a tiny trace, very small, but by Durin's beard you have found it. And naturally the old city sits on a source. You must send word to the rest of the expedition, my friend. We will settle ere long. They've been trying, basically all the time you're in Moria, they're looking for Mithril. And finally, after I don't know how many hours of being down here...
if we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Suffering Knights of the Snowborn. You have done all that I could have hoped for here, Myrlas, and now I must endeavour to send you to the deep descent. Oh, is this you, Flea Taxi? Oh, LOTRO Ranger, is this you? Oh. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you, LOTRO Ranger. Cool. Just picking this up. Then... Now I must endeavour to send you to the Deep Descent camp and tell them the wonderful news that Mithril has been found at last. Do not tarry. In fact, you should take my goat. I will stay here and defend the work you did to make the old Silvertine city safe for my folk. I'm sure Thetmar will wish to set up camp here straight away. Can we oh, we can actually take his goat. I'll take any swift travel I can take around here. And I think this is where the relic master is. Yay, I haven't got to... Last time I went back to Thorin's Hall to get something reforged, only to realise there are several of these dwarves around. Forge Master I need.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
So I need to reforge my spear. I'm not going to refund the points because I'm happy with how I allocated it. I don't use stealth. But I don't use Beneath Notice either. I use stealth to increase Hobbit stealth, but I won't focus on it. That's really appreciated. I'll just... Can I get these identified now? Yep. I didn't realise you could use First Ages from 59. I figured, because they're much better than Third Ages, that you would have to wait a lot longer. Not complaining, I'm only 3 levels. Well, not even that. I'm nearly at level 57 as it is. So, let's identify that. I'll rename it later. Ooh! Trap damage. Oh, that's handy. I use traps quite often now. Needful Haste. Is that a passive skill, or is that one that sort of triggers during abilities? Flea Taxi, I am on Evernight today, at least during this stream, and I'll be switching then to Quick Hollow for my own downtime after that. What does this bow look like then? Oh, that's a pretty bow. I might have to put that in wardrobe and use it as a cosmetic. There's some pretty modifications as well. I'm looking forward to using those LOTRO Ranger, thank you very much. That's really appreciated. Let me just lock those so I don't accidentally... I mean, thankfully you can't vendor trash them, but... Speaking of which, let's just clear out my inventory. Pending loot, what have I got in here? I've already given my Guardian's belt. Got rep items. Barbed claws I need for tasks. Creepy goo I need for tasks. Oh no, it's creepy filth I need for tasks. That's right. Can I just loot all then? Not quite. Close. I'm holding Magnificent Heights. Yes, cool. Let's get rid of these and get
I
repaired.
doubt that we will hear the ringing of the dwarf hammers too soon.
See, hear that, dwarf? I don't think we'll hear the dwarf hammers ringing too soon. Like, you should be excited about this place. It's your project. It's your history. And he's like, nah, we'll do what we can, but we're not expecting anything great. Nothing quite like taking positivity into the project. I will in fact do that, Septimus, thank you. I am in Stein Plays Kin, yes. In fact, it was probably Stein's fault that I started playing regularly, because I initially started playing once a day, but what I like about playing MMOs as opposed to just picking up a game that I can download to play is the engagement with other players. So, not necessarily like group quests, but being able to chat with people in kin chats or guild chats on the Old Republic. So the social aspect I really like. Pardon me. And so when I was speaking to Stein, I said, how are you with like super casual players? Because I know in some games, kins guilds can be quite we want you to be on every day and you must be available for X, Y, and Z. And I can't do any of that because I've got a family. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. And because
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Yes, I am lost, but that's irrelevant. Because I didn't have the pressure to, and then because I started chatting to people, I ended up playing more. And now I have 10 characters on Evernight and 2 on Crick Hollow. Mithril? What? You found a tiny vein of Mithril in the old Silvertine city? I cannot believe it. I truly cannot. No, see? Positivity in the dwarf again. We will have to send reinforcements there. What a discovery, upon my beard. Love them making oaths on their own beards.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment.
You have done more than we could ever have hoped in the Silvertine loads, so it's time to send you back to the upper levels to help out in Durin's Way. You should make for the Chamber of the Crossroads, which lies to the north of the Great Delving. Give my greetings to Lickmund when you get there, if he's still breathing. Oh, I hope he's still breathing. I hope his negativity isn't his pessimism isn't
Stand
founded.
and speak with me.
Oh.
The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
Yes, it does, but that's a fellowship quest. So, let's leave that one. So, where they want us to go now is up to here. So the best way for me to get there is to try and find another way out of Dolphin View without getting lost. Yay. Right, so to save us getting lost, higher way shall fade. To save me getting lost,
These halls
back
will
to
be
that
great
place,
once more.
let's take the goat to Dolphin View. And then I can try and get lost, or not get lost, to get up to Durin's Way. None of my other allies are close to needing me reforged yet, thankfully. Great to see so many people dropping in today. It's really appreciated. Right, now, assuming the normal rules apply,
These
I
halls
can't
will
just
be
go
great
to...
once more.
Haha, can I actually just take a taxi there? Chamber of the Crossroads, maybe not. No. Shame. Yep, right, so we do need to try and get there ourselves. Hopefully. They seem to manage to design Dolphin View in such a way as to confuse the heck out of me. The way down is not that way. We found... there it is. I'm bad with maps as it is, but when you can see a map... I know you would, Lieber, as I say quite often, the moral support and the friendship that people have given me through pain, through family, through anything that's gone on has been so appreciated and humbling. People have been so kind. People that play games, people that play either of these games, and some people who follow me that don't do either, because of my rather diverse following on Twitter, which in one sense was intentional. So, looks like I need to be going that way-ish. Ooh, flip. That was nearly my first death. That was close. First death in terms... actually, I haven't died in Moria yet, but my first fall death. I've still managed not to die by falling. Does that mean that ramp there is effectively pointless? Yes. Yes it is. Right. Let's try the go again. Whoa! And there we go. How did I not die with that? I have a physical reaction to that. I don't know if anyone else has that rather bizarre... How many minutes of crippling have I got? 1 minute 45. Whoops! But apparently that's not far enough to die. I'm pretty sure if that was out in real life, you'd be knocked unconscious for a while. Right, and let's hobble around and try and see if we can find a path then. Might have found it by accident, simply by falling. Hope for the world. Yeah, I was trying to explain this to... I mean, my wife says that my gaming communities and Twitter are my first level support. And are effectively my support network. So at my pain management program, they seem to assume that people who have chronic pain probably don't have much of a social life, that they struggle to get support from anywhere. That we're just sat around in pain. Now I am sat around in pain, although this is my lowest pain level at the moment of the day, but that's because my meds are actually fully in my system now. But both gaming communities have just been amazing. And people who are just on social media, it's been really humbling, it's been great. Now then, is that the route I need to take? Probably. So let's find the way down there then. I love the music down here in Moria. Didn't technically have to kill that, but if I've got to find 300 of those things while I'm in the mines, I may as well take out those that I can. So yeah, I found actually people who I have not met face to face have, certainly in recent months, been more supportive than most people I sort of know in the... I nearly said real world. You people are real world. Wider world, then let's say. The people who are more geographically close to me. I find it's... Some people don't... They struggle to understand pain and the fact that for most people pain is something that you get in the short term. So, you know, you hit yourself on something, it hurts, you either immediately recover from it or you take a couple of over-the-counter tablets and you feel fine again a bit later. But the idea that somebody always has a level of pain or other. So although my meds are working now, my shoulders are still very tight and they still hurt, but it's bearable. And I think people don't understand that that's possible. But I'm still here. I still try to be positive, although earlier today was a massive challenge. Right, well, if that person can just ride through, then I should be able to do likewise. Yay, we made it. Had to fall down several blocks to do it, but we made it here. Which LI leveled up. I've only got 44 points to use. I will defer the judgment of that. Oh, that's my spare axe. I need to look up Needful Haste. I can't think when... Oh, I've got extra points for my spear. Can't think when I've seen Needful Haste trigger. I'll have to have a look at that. So, we made it into Durin's Way. Not bad for one lost hobbit. Of course, got to find the way into this building, but hey ho. The goblins in Moria seem to be particularly ugly. I wonder if it's just because they just haven't seen any sunlight. Ugh. Yuck. You need to go on a sunny holiday to the Shire, Mr. Goblin friend. Oh wait, no wait, I killed you. No holiday for you. The Hall of the High Stair. This is the thing that confuses me sometimes with Moria. It's like, wait. Oh look, there's stairs this time. Whereas last time I think I went, wait, there's stairs, and then just fell because there wasn't. So I need to be getting down. Yeah, cool. I am guessing. I'm really noticing the difference with the legendary bow compared to the crafted bow that I did have. Oh, is that another Warg Rider? Do you get both Goblin and what? You get both Goblin and Warg Slayer increment there. Good to see. In my excitement to kill goblins, got to make sure I'm actually still trying to go where I'm supposed to. That's not a dragonette, so there's no slayer. Ooh, hello. They do not have an elegant walk, do they? He's kind of just waggling his way down. Am I still lost? No. Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, I think other people said coming from other games that the maps are harder to navigate. This is probably the worst one for me because although you can see roughly where things are, that doesn't tell you how to get to them. In most of LOTRO, if you can walk to it... Oh, not more of those freaks. If you can walk to it or swim to it, you can usually go straight to the thing that you want to go to. I think I've taken a wrong turning. I don't want to be down there. I feel like I need an actual detailed map. Maybe I should try and see if there is one. How rude. Are they downstairs again like they were in the other part? The maps aren't as hard to navigate as I think some people find them, and I'm not sure why some have the difficulties they do. I think I'm just going in circles here, am I just want to be there. If I go down there, can I cut through? Or did I go wrong a long time ago? Let's try once more taking that route. And if it is wrong, I'll backtrack. Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, I'm going in circles. Right. So let's backtrack. I probably took a wrong turning very early on, which is very me. I really find these Moravol freaky. Of course there's a Slayer deed for them. Let's try going back up to the top of these stairs. Once I deal with the Warg. It sounded like that goblin just said, "Get in! Get in!" Pretty sure it was "get him," but yeah. Height perspective. Ah, yeah, that can be tricky. I can see why that might be a challenge coming from another game. But the thing is, coming from any other game, you're always going to have new things to learn. And it took me a while to get the hang of various things in LOTRO when I first picked it up. Like doing crafting yourself, for example, which now I love. Absolutely love doing my own crafting. It means I can take a break, I can eat something while still crafting. Thank you, LOTRO Ranger. I'm wondering how much... Why do I always miss the flippin' obvious? So it should be the other side of this wall. Did I just run straight past the entrance? That would make sense. Oh look, that's exactly what I did. Of course, they are around here, but you're not free of mobs either. Cool. I'll come back to that guy. Anything interesting? Must not lose the rep items. Or the infused garnets, which I think I need later. I'm so far behind on crafting with this guy. How many magnificent hides have I picked up now? I've got 122 hides that I still need to tan. Oh, he's got the armor that I just gave my, Oh no, it's not quite. It almost looks like the armor I gave my own guardian.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
You have no reason to feel guilty, Lieber. No reason at all. Right, let's clear some stuff out of inventory all over again. So we've got some LI XP items. Anything close to the next level? Yeah, my number 2, which is my axe. But I'm only using that passively. Let's add it onto the spear, which I do need to get it up closer to the level of my bow. No, you make a very valid point there, Lieber. Fair enough. I can't argue with that one too much. And let's just do a dump of inventory. And
You
get
are
prepared.
ill-equipped to venture into Khazad-dûm.
Might need that. They're 500 to 600. These are 600 to 750. Right, am I holding any of those infused? Only the one. I'll stick with what I've got then. Normally I'd end up mailing my other characters' crafting materials, but you don't want to see me do that. Tons of deeds already, and I'm what feels like a very small way part through Moria. Cool, let's pick up some quests and hand them
I
in.
have need of your great skill.
Hello, Bozy. Welcome, Myrlas, to the Chamber of the Crossroads. This shall be my command centre for the time as we establish our presence here in Moria. We will busy ourselves with making ready to restore the mines and cities beneath the mountains. I will never forget the great deeds you have done on behalf of the Iron Garrison, and I eagerly await your future achievements. I am ever at your service, and may your feet lead you well in the darkness of Khazad-dûm and beyond.
We must be cautious. Dwarves have not lived here for long years.
We have established a presence within Moria, Myrlas, and will stage further excursions into the depths from this room, the Chamber of the Crossroads. This once served as a guard room for watching the 3 passages just to the south, but has been empty for many long years. Many creatures have thrived in the darkness during the long absence of dwarves, especially the Gredbig, fierce and loathsome insects spawned from the deep. Seek out all varieties of the Gredbig in the western levels to the south and west of this chamber, and eliminate them. This will be the first small step in reclaiming the great delving for my people. There is much to be done before true progress is to be made. So on the main epic quest, as hero, nothing is beneath you. Hero of your own story. Clearing out pests is a common thing. Sweat the small stuff.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Thetmar sent you to check up on us, did he? More like he sent you to check up on me. I still owe him a hefty gambling debt from our last outing together, and I'm betting he wants to make sure I live long enough to make good on it. Well, we could use the extra hands anyway, so you're welcome to stay if you have a pair of them to lend to our efforts. Yes, despite my best efforts, I still have 2 hands.
I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
Welcome to the Chamber of Crossroads, Myrlas, again. We are fairly busy here, as you can no doubt see, and could certainly use your help. Our encampment is a vital link in the supply chain between Durin's Threshold and the 21st Hall, far to the east. It is also nearly impossible for anything to get past us here without us spotting them. So it's very important that we not fail to hold this chamber against anything the goblins and orcs can throw at us. If you are of a mind to help us out, you should speak with Fostolf, Rink, and Ganzi over there. They have some rather important matters that need attending to, or so they tell me. I'm sure I can find anything for you to do as well. And then
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
Just have to make sure that I don't accidentally end up just reading out a a fellowship quest. Is it possible to lose a hand in LOTRO? No, thankfully not, but the amount of damage you can take. Just better say hi to people in kin. One of my dwarves, Crumb, has discovered a large goblin camp in the westernmost chamber of Durin's Way, which the creatures call Ninkank? I'm never really good at pronouncing these. Ninknack. Let's run with that. Falter, in their vile tongue. He has only scouted around the outskirts and has asked for help in investigating more closely. I cannot spare any extra men for this, but if you would go and ensure his safety, I would be grateful. You can find him near Ninknack Faltor in the north of here. When you have learned more about this encampment, return to me. I'd like to learn how to pronounce your camp, please. Everything else is secondary. And are these the friends we've got to pick up? Fostolf. Yay.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
Forgive me, Myrlas, for any rudeness. I'm not permitted to leave my post here, but those incessant drums are driving me mad. Ah, spotted those on the way down. I've not had any decent sleep since we arrived here. The band of goblins responsible for that din are encamped just north of here, in the hall of the High Stair. Could you do me a favour and silence those drummers? What I would not give to have just one night's peace. Haha, you and me both. You and me both. NJ woke us up in stupid o'clock
Soon we will
several
post our
times.
victory against the Orcs of Moria.
Lickman sent you to help me. Well, that's a most fortuitous thing, good hobbit. I have just the task for one such as you. We are running dangerously low on supplies. I was bringing a cart over from Durin's Threshold, but we were ambushed outside Marnable. We were driven back before reinforcements could arrive, and the goblins made off with our supplies. I would be greatly appreciative if you could hunt down those missing crates. It will be a lean week indeed before the next shipment arrives otherwise, and we might even be forced to abandon this camp. The goblins fled north towards Mudmulzarak. I will give up apologising for mispronouncing all of these place names. What I think I need to do is, my throat's getting quite dry, I think what I'll do is I will get a brew and I will come back in 5 minutes and we'll pick things up if that's okay with everybody. My LOTRO mug is sadly pretty empty, so it needs filling up. Yeah, what sleep? Yes, exactly. It's the stuff I need to keep my pain levels down, and it's stuff therefore I don't get. So I will go for 5 minutes, I'll give you a break, and I'll be back when I have a hot drink. So see you again in a few minutes. Thanks everyone for sticking around. I have caffeine, I've dealt with the cats, the world is in balance again. Right, we still got quite a few quests in this area actually. Where's that? Is that the dwarf I need to speak to? Yeah, he's the other dwarf who was sent to speak to. Hi away shall fade, thank you. Actually put some of this in my mouth.
Oh, glorious day! We shall soon restore Moria.
Haha, the first dwarf to say something positive. It holds so much drink. And it's one, because it's so curved, it's a perfect cupping for, especially as the days are getting colder now. The goblins are among the most ancient and bitter rivals of the Durin's folk, and yet again they prove to be an obstacle in our path. The chamber to the north has become inhabited by goblins. If we ever hope to reclaim Durin's way for those who made it great, then we must drive our old foe away. Find the hall of the High Stair and confront any goblins you may find. And preferably, presumably, kill them all. The cats have to be dealt with for the world to be in order? Yep. Our cat especially. He has a habit of not eating his food. He drinks the gravy from the wet food and then leaves half the biscuits, so I've shut him in the kitchen until he eats more of his own food. Who do we have here? Oh, I saw somebody else with this awesome ranger set. I suspect he got it from an alt and is using it in wardrobe. I saw another ranger. This one here. What's he got? Worn ranger's tunic. I have no idea where he got that, but it would suit one of my hunters perfectly. Anyone know where they get the where you get the worn rangers stuff from? I don't often get gear envy, but when I spotted a player with that the other day, I couldn't help but want it. Ah, are these instances?
We have seen naught of
small
Durin's bane.
fellowships.
Be wary if you journey into Moria.
Is this one of small fellowship stuff as well?
If
Yeah,
we are to
okay.
find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the Orcs.
Ah, right, okay. Presumably in a later region than Away Shall Fade, is that right? Ah, okay, one of the epics. Don't know what the rewards are for the epic I've got. Haven't had any gear from any of the Moria quests yet. But I suspect I've only really just started Moria. Where's that door? Does that door take me out somewhere? Ah, no, there for the instances. Right, okay, so... Is this the way out? Yes. Dunland, okay. Although I'm in Moria, I'm actually quite away from starting that region because I need to level a bit more so I can go finish the epic in Angmar, which is still hanging around in my quest tracker. Oh, have I still got my AFK tag on before I come to that? No. Because I found Angmar with my pain levels very challenging, so I wanted to over level and gear up a bit more. So I still haven't quite finished stuff there, and I passed through a region, or a region. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm going to carry on calling it a region for now. So I've got that entire region to do as well. Because I want to get my LI and then start Moria.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the Orcs.
Did you see that shattered statue just in the centre of the hall, my friend? Not with my observation skills, I didn't. Hard G. Oh, okay. I'm never quite sure when I pronounce things, certainly Middle-earth, whether I get it right or not. According to records and carvings we have found, it once depicted a brave dwarf by the name of Helgi Goblinbane. Oh, he loved that name. The goblins of Moria have been systematically smashing all images they can find of him. I'm not even sure that this isn't the last remnant of his legacy. It's the end of the world. It was nearly whole when I first arrived, but just recently a party of goblins reduced the statue to the state in which you now see it. They carried off the pieces, boasting that they would become objects of ridicule in the goblin camps throughout the mines. If you go prepared for a dangerous and noble undertaking, go look closely at the statue's base, and you will recognise its pieces when you go seeking them. Sounds like a good excuse for goblin slaughter to me. So, where is this statue then? To the north. Ah, this statue. Did I say my observation skills are not the greatest? Yeah, they just left his legs and his shield. Not much you can do about that. Oh, gotta go speak back to the quest giver again straight away.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
So do you think you can recognise the statue's pieces now, even if you were into them elsewhere? I think the rest are in Goblin and Orc camps throughout Khazad-dûm. I would start by heading east to Jazagan. That's the direction in which the goblins who smashed the statue fled. Hi British Daz. Thanks for joining, Lieber. It is ridiculous o'clock your end, so get some sleep. But thank you for joining, and sleep well. Take care. Oh, we levelled. And I have a skill point, trait point to put in. What? Using a skill that costs focus has a chance of removing the bow induction of your next attack. Sounds good. At some point I should focus more on the blood arrow stuff, but I don't think there's a rush for that just yet. Cool. So we still need to go north, hopefully. But not that way. Up this way? Bit of guesswork. Because Moria is totally new to me, I don't know where I'm going. This looks right though. North, not east. Yay, I'm going in the right direction. Don't think my next... Where does my next crafting... I am in level 50 gear. I don't exactly have a lot of recipes for level 54. I need to pick up some scrolls, I think. How rude. That looked like the Lawmaster ability where you... or is it Runekeeper? Lawmaster ability where you draw power from an enemy. Yay for enemies that spawn in the middle of a rock face. Yay! Right, so we need to kill 10 of these. An arduous task having to kill loads and loads of goblins. They don't exactly come to you looking like, oh, please make friends with me. Yes, I spotted these drums when I got lost trying to find the actual dwarf camp. Cool. And how many of these do we need? 6. So that that poor dwarf can actually have a night's sleep. One rusted dwarf tool. What is that? Oh, hello. Never look at a UI element when out questing. And never ever learn. So what is a rusted dwarf tool? Bring this to the traders at Dolven View. Or in Bree. Oh, can be exchanged for an unidentified legendary weapon. So it's just another barter currency. Is there any advice on how many allies you should have hanging around? I mean, I have the 2 that I'm using, so I've got a spear and my bow. But I also have an axe slotted, but not equipped. I don't know if there's a... Because you can have loads. Does anybody who's in the chat know what the bonus is in having multiple allies in here? Given that so far the ones I picked up are only weapons. So I've got my bow and I've got my spear equipped. Is it just for variety, or is there a functional reason why you might have more than 2 or 3 sat in there? Ha, I see a drum. Conscripted goblin there, just asleep on the job. That's okay. I'll kill you and I'll destroy a drum. Doesn't look very destroyed. 6 slotted is good. They level quicker if you have more of them. Do you mean the more you have equipped or the more you have slotted, Elva? Because I've only come across weapons for the hunter so far, and I suppose in theory I could put an offhand one. You meant slotted. Ah, okay. So if I were to put some in 4, 5, 6, the other ones would level quicker, therefore they get more powerful quicker. But is that pretty much the only benefit in having more? Need to find a legendary item that I can use as my offhand along with a spear, because I mean thankfully I've got a very good dagger crafted by a kinmate here. Thanks for that. It's taking me a while to get my head around the LI thing. So if I can get one to level 30, I've got one at 23, it's still early days for me, and then deconstruct them. Okay. It's a lot to... There seems to be a point where I think I understand what I need to know about LOTRO, and then there's another level of learning altogether. Right, that's all the goblins I have to get, but I still need another drum after this one, I think? Yes. At least it's not just me. Am I going out of the region? Darn it. I've missed the drum, probably in a very obvious location. Oh, hello. Yes. Epic battles I've done nothing with, apart from I've done the tutorial once on a character, and that's it. And I think I saw if you do Mordor, I think it was Stein's stream, there was a huge epic battle there. Skirmishes I do on my Guardian, as a way of me getting my marks and medallions up. And if I need to over-level a bit, skirmishes are really good for that. Right, so let's hit the other quests that are up here. So just keep, apart from weapons I have equipped, you'd say keep deconstructing level 31s. When you'd apply the rune to the new weapon, or you'd apply it to an existing weapon, Elva? That would be very handy over there, yeah, anything. I mean, I just try to go for things I know I use, but then there's references that I'm not sure of either. So in my... is it my bow? Oh, it might be my spear then. There's something I'm not quite sure I understand in here. Needful haste. The phrase needful haste keeps coming up, and it's not a skill I can see. It looks like... I don't know whether it's a passive or something. Yeah, I am Blue Hunter, that's right. I've done all of them once, I think, so I'm not good at those. Yeah, skirmishes are nice, especially if you want to just do a quick session, or you want to just add, if you're saving up for something to get from the skirmish vendor. I thought there were only a few soloable ones, but my Guardian now has 7 unlocked, and I think I've only bought with LP one of them. And actually, some skirmishes can help with Slayer deeds. So if you do Trouble in Tuckborough and you're outstanding on brigands, goblins, and wolves, I think it's wolves, the skirmishes count towards those Slayer deeds as well. Needful Haste is a passive redline trait. Oh, it's okay, so I can ignore everything to do with the Needful Haste then. Yeah, wait, Shell Fade. I need to have a look on other skirmishes I have unlocked. There's Defense of the Prancing Pony will almost certainly add to any Breland Slayer ones, but then Breland is not too difficult to get the necessary Slayer deeds done. Some of them in the Shire can be slightly more annoying, but if you're not a hobbit and you haven't sent your character purposefully to the Shire, then using Trouble in Tuckborough counts, so it's worth doing. I'm missing my marbles. I'm missing my way. I'm trying to find the remainder for lost supplies. Down there? Yes. Oh, if you have an epic quest tell you to do a skirmish. I just thought they were optional phases that you can choose to do. I didn't realise they had a link in with anything. Thanks, Elf, that's good to know. I'm happy to discard anything that I don't need right now if it reduces how complicated something else is. Don't mind that at all. I need another cold remedy as well. Oh, if Moria has some, I need to spend some marks on my skirmish soldier, because he will be massively... She will likely be underpowered. Ooh. No, Moroval, that will be my treasure. I should probably pick up some of these metals for my metal worker. Although this looks more like gold. Is this a jeweler's metal? Don't know. My jeweler's not at high level. I have gotten lost again, haven't I? Hey ho. I've been trying to find the route. And obviously failing, but we'll get there. Can I use this to get to where I'm going? Or is that expecting too much? I suspect I've taken a wrong turning again. Get rid of that so I can think. I don't like the fact that these Moravul are surrounded by bats. This looks like a separate quest that I'm likely to get later. So let's try and backtrack. I can't go that way. I would use my goat, but I can almost guarantee that I'll eventually come across something that I've missed and have to dismount straight away. Ah, here we go. Just missed a really gaping hole, obvious entranceway there. That sounds about right. Now what I ought to check is, am I in the right place for the epic stuff as well? Stronghold of the Goblins, so that guy is nearly there. Chamber of the Crossroads I can come back to. Where's my epic? Defeat Gredbig. Have I got to go... Oh, got to go back down south for that. Okay, fine. Let's go pick up strongholds of the goblins then, and drink some tea before the rest of it goes cold. I thought I saw him. I don't have a captain. Let's use the rep items. Ooh. Cool. So we're at now, we're friend with the Iron Garrison Guard, about halfway to ally, and just started friend with the Iron Garrison Miners. That's not bad going. 10 LOTRO points. Gotta love the really snappy titles you get in Moria. Friend of the Iron Garrison Miners. It would take up like half your screen or something to be able to say it. Myrlas has different titles depending on context. So if he's out hunting giants or aggressive Earthkin, he has Giant Slayer title. At the moment he's just using one. I think I picked up here. The Just. There he is. Behind the lamp.
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Oh no, it's an escort quest. Yeah, where's the title? I've got Giant Slayer and Enemy of the Giants, depending which one I feel, but I quite like Giant Slayer because he's a hobbit and so small. I think it's brilliant to have a Giant Slayer title for someone so tiny. Lickman sent you, I welcome your aid. The camp is just around the corner. It is large, but I'm not sure yet how large it truly is. Let us find out. He has 7,000 hit points, so I should be okay. Not big on causing damage then, Lickman. His crumb. Just die, thank you. Is he like Guardian mode? He draws the attention, but he's not actually a damage dealer. I think this rune has only flooded recently. I wonder how deep beneath these waters my ancestors dug. Quick shot is really not that quick. Right. I need to get some bow induction reductions, I think. Oh. Do you mind? I know I'm escorting you to safety and all that, but chest. Did he just sort... That was weird. Where's he gone? I have lost the dwarf that was right by my side a second ago. Yeah, intense concentration, please. Oh, these are like those flipping cowardly boggers that just get everywhere. Oh, he disappeared because I finished the quest. Well, that was not obvious, was it? Yeah, he just vanished. I'm pretty sure that dwarf just sort of jumped off the edge into the depths and quest is finished! He jumped off the edge to his doom, but well done, you found the goblin camp. Along with 300 dark claws. I totally missed the quest finishing as well. And I was looking. The dwarf just disappeared. And these ones are just respawning far too quickly. And I can't debuff myself from that. Right, so I now need to get back to the Chamber of the Crossroads. Well, that was a bit of a surreal moment. That was most strange. When do I get crafting facilities in this place? Do I have to go off-site for those? Alright, now I've got to find a way back again. Because I didn't look for or set a milestone. I don't know if there is one. My connection's still okay. Yeah. Love the fact that's killing 2 things off your Slayer Deed in 1 hit. I'm not going to argue with that one. Now, I think I'm going right. Yep. All good. We'll come back to the epic in a minute, because that's actually back down in the Great Delving. Seeing as you found your way to Durin's Way and you got lost 300 times getting here, why don't you just go back the way you came and kill some bugs for us? Great. Right, how are we at? Gleaming sword. No, that's... Does it look okay? Nope. That's a gleaming piece of rusty metal. Definitely some items coming in here I don't recognise as being a slotted item, like a Guardian's belt. I've never equipped a belt before. Minstrel's songbook. Makes perfect sense from a lore perspective, but still so much to learn. My Bjorning's about level 14. I don't think he'll be needing a 3rd age item anytime soon. My minstrel on this server is in the Lowlands. Might keep the spear. Although I should get into level 38, 39, so might be needed fairly soon. The rest I can just pick up and sell. I need to get more slots in my bags when the next sale is on.
It is hoped that Balin's company discovered Mithril.
I discovered Mithril. Me. I am the answer to all of your dreams. Cool.
The House of Durin will live forever!
You have dealt a blow to the goblins, laying hold to the hall. This is a welcome first step in taking back the High Stair. We must continue to be vigilant against the goblins, for they will not easily retreat. I am most thankful for your help. You have given me great hope. Oh, can you? I totally should have clocked that ages ago before destroying things. I don't mind if it helps me to get more powerful weapons. It's the next best thing to me managing to craft better armor. Am I supposed to have jumped down this well here? Would it surprise you to know, as I have a fear of heights, that I haven't yet jumped down that well? Does that trigger the deed, Elva, do you know?
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
Thank you for your help, Myrlas. I am very much looking forward to taking my nap in a while. We got rid of all the drums for him. It may seem like a small thing, but the better rested we are when the battle is joined, the more favourable towards us it will go. Yes, sleep is good for you. I need to tell my 11-month-old that sleep is good for you, and for everybody else. Which Li just levelled up. My spear. I'll decide that later. Whenever I drop down anywhere in Lord of the Rings, especially if it's unintended, my body has that physical I don't want to hit the floor reaction, which is totally irrational when you're dealing with a screen game. Is there a good reason to jump in the well? If there's a good reason, I could be incentivized.
The House of Durin will live forever!
This camp is of great importance to our expedition. From here we can keep an eye on anything that tries to move between Durin's Way and the Great Delving in the south. Without these supplies we might have been forced to abandon this vital watch post. Does that mean we can go back to the original quest giver now? Yes. There kind of is. Well, I'm blatantly going to have to do it now, aren't I? Teasing me.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Thank you for helping us out, Myrlas. Now that we are settled in this chamber, we can see to some other pressing matters.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
Durin's Way is home to precious few of the artifacts of our ancestors, many of which have been lost or destroyed by the goblins. Listein has been searching through these artifacts throughout Durin's Way in the hopes of preserving history of our craft. Take this message to him. It reveals the last known location of such an artifact, and I'm sure he will be thankful for it. Zurak Zigil. Up there. But I'm going to have to go back to the Great Delving first. I might set a milestone here. Yes.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Yeah, you should jump in eventually. If I were to do that now, how many hours would it take me to retrace my steps? I should be fine if I set a milestone. My milestone's not on cooldown, but I don't know where I end up. I can do it. I mean, at least everyone else can see the. Does Moria, if you do something, class as a spoiler for people, as it's been out for so long? I'm never quite sure where it's okay to spoil something, and where, well, if people have tuned in, then they should be open to learning things they haven't known before. Ah, right, okay. I will try and make a point then if I hear I've got to go to the waterworks. I mean, I've been once to the waterworks for an instance, but that was not in this area. It was in one of the earlier areas. I will try to remember then. Yeah, I'll try and remember that. That it's okay to jump in a well. I should have known if it's a well, it should have water at the bottom. But that would involve my brain being in gear. So the camp was larger than Crumb first thought. It's good to know about it. Fortunately, it lies off the main road to Jazagund, and we can, for the most part, avoid it. Good. Okay. What else have we got triggered here now, then? Some spoilers are good, for me, if... I don't like surprises. At least, I don't like many surprises. The idea of a surprise party, for example, is probably one of the worst things you can do for me. But if it means I can avert a disaster later, or think I'm about to die, then information ahead of time is a good thing. Yeah. I just have to make sure I don't look too hard at the screen if I'm falling. I'm a strange one. The more I talk about myself out loud, the weirder I think I am. Don't throw me any surprises. Thank you, Elva. You could just schedule one, tell me it's happening, and it'll be fine. As long as I have a day before and a day after to lock myself in a cupboard, that's alright. The downside of being a major introvert. Falfy.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Thanks away. There are few places in the world as large and mystifying as Khazad-dûm. With its wide chasms and twisting paths, it's easy to become disoriented. Because of this, I have been working hard on obtaining detailed maps of each hall and pathway we secure. Directly to the east, you will find a passage known as the Winding Way. That sounds like a great place for me to get lost. I had a beautiful map detailing each section of the path stretching all the way to the 21st hall, but some of the careless guards have placed their mugs of ale and various other liquids directly on top of it. That sounds like what I would do with coffee. They have utterly ruined it. I have a replacement and it must be accurate and beer free. Would you take this parchment and detail a new map for me? You want me, who gets lost, to make a map for you? Oh, you foolish dwarf.
Oh, glorious day! We shall soon restore Moria.
Sorry, I want to preview the game before I actually take up the quest. I won't be using it. Something has been stirring up the bats since we arrived. It might have been me. At first I thought it was those goblins, but I spotted something else the other day. It looks a bit like one of those Merivile, but but different in some way. I say we find out what it was and deal with these bats while we're about it. There is a small outpost north of here, Door to the Clouds. Door to the Clouds in a mine. Unless that's like the way out. Near the entrance of Ziraxigil. Go there and speak with Cameron to find out what they know of the bats. I think that was that area I stumbled in earlier accidentally. Because there were some of those Marival with bats around them. Right, so we do need to go up to Ziraxigil, but I'm going to go back to the Great Delving. Before I do, where is that dratted milestone? So if I do get lost, I can come back here. Here it is. I haven't got anything I need to... I might try that deconstructing thing that you mentioned, because I have picked up some third ages. Do I need to identify something before I deconstruct it? Or can I just deconstruct it?
Durin's folk will defy Durin's bane!
I probably have to do I need to identify it, then deconstruct it? If I want to use a different class.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Let me try one. So if I identify that... Identify first...
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us!
Well, yes, that's the whole point. I get an Agatha Gem of Fortune, which presumably then that just sits in my gems. Ah, helpful. I've already got one in there, but that's good to know. It means nothing, because you can't trash them. So you have to just destroy them. So this way I can in fact identify something and make use of it. Yeah, it's costing a few silver, but what's that at this level?
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Oh, I wonder why the club didn't... Is it because it's locked? Yes, okay, that's fine. It's because my guardian already has in her storage a belt, so I don't need another one of those. Deconstruct. Another Agatha Gem of Fortune. I assume it's sort of random what you get. Bronze Setting of Might. Looks like random numbers. Very handy. Good. Because you can't change things that easily. Good to know. What level weapon does the next tier start then? Because all these things are tier 1. Am I sitting on much? Not really. Just gonna mail the weapon across to my guardian. Oh my life, my typing. Yes, it's random. In the first tab there's relic forging. You can combine them into relics of the next tier. Relic forging.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for the crimes against us.
This is really complicated. I'd not quite clocked where all this is. The little tutorial bits you get at the start are not... They don't cover everything. So I'm currently using a bronze setting of power in my bow, I believe. I keep loading the character trait and I need that. So if I'm in my bow here, I'm currently using... Yeah, bronze setting of power. So how many... Okay, but all these are tier 1 at the moment. When you say auto combine, I might just have to play with this, else I could just be chatting to you for hours about trying to get this right. I would play around. I can't lose anything, so I've not changed the bits I've put in place since I did, because I'm still getting my head around it. But I don't know what auto combine would do, because I haven't got anything available for... This is what I need to watch tutorials on. Yeah, I think I need to do the same thing again, because I've got... I know I've got, like, here 4 bronze settings of morale, 5 of power, 4 of will, for example. But I don't know what auto combine does and what I'm paying for, so I definitely need to have a look at that before I, well, lose stuff. Things seem pretty set in stone when you are dealing with allies. Like, you can't take off a... what do they call them? Legacy, without using a scroll. Not that I have a need to do that yet. That sounds like if you mess up or have a massive change of heart or mind, then you might need to use a scroll. Ah, okay. I think you can get some people doing tutorials. So I know on LOTRO stream there was a music tutorial recently. Maybe there should be one for how to get your head around LIs. I haven't swapped my LIs out yet. I'm still on 3rd Ages, but is he still in chat? Yeah, the LOTRO ranger potted. He didn't pot anywhere. He popped over and gave me a couple of 1st Ages for level 59. So I don't know whether I'm supposed to have swapped my LIs out yet, but... Yeah, I haven't found that I've been given or as a weapon drop, a mob drop, any better allies than I currently have equipped. Then again, I don't know what I'm always looking for, so yeah. So I'm gonna go try and go back to the Great Delving, preferably without getting totally lost. Of course, it might have been wise for me to take... I should have just got the taxi back to Dolphin View, shouldn't I? That would be the least painful thing to do. Yes, as far as I know they are, simply because the base DPS is better and it's got some extra things in it. So this bow, for example, has Merciful Shock cooldown. Its base DPS is already better, so and that's with all the stuff I have equipped in my 3rd age. So this one has a 90 to 163 before I add anything into it, whereas my current one is 71 to 129 with stuff in it. So given that I'm learning this as I go and winging it, the numbers are bigger, so it must be better. Let's take it like that. Yeah, the numbers are bigger. I think we've got a friend in one of the other games who says, I don't always understand the stats, but I figure that more is better, so run with that.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Right, so I'm going to go back to Dolphin View because the Epic says I need to find Gredbig, which are very precisely indicated on this map as existing in this really tiny area around here. I'm pretty sure I saw some around here. He says, I'm not really sure. But as they're really precise with that, I'm gonna, yeah, let's just take the goat taxi. I presume everything's still working smoothly for everybody. When I first loaded LOTRO, I ended up with a nice latency of 600 to 700 milliseconds. I've got 112 now, which is about standard. Have I? Yeah, I have locked those 1st stages. At least you can't accidentally trash the 3rd and 1st stage weapons. From someone who doesn't understand all of the lore of Lord of the Rings, why have I got 3rd age and 1st age? Where's the 2nd age vanished to? Did he not want to acknowledge his existence? He got middle child syndrome and decided he didn't want to exist anymore. Moria is so pretty. Need to get a session on Myrlas next week where I'm just taking screenshots. Right, we're nearly back at the place I struggled to... Actually, why don't I just dismount here instead of getting lost to try to get out of Dolphin View all over again. The 2nd age. Simply because I've had 3rd age weapons and 1st age weapons, where or what happened to the 2nd age? It's just... Are there 2nd age weapons? Was there a 2nd age? Is there a reason why it jumps from 3rd to 1st? I guess it's more of a lore question than anything. Right, Gredbig. Apparently, there are some in this area. Gotta find them. Anything coming up here? Oh, Gredbig Grodbog. One's singular, one's plural, isn't it? Crazy goblin orc. I know he's an orc. Overseer. Go back to your asylum. This is so funny. They keep crying. They keep screaming after they die as well. I didn't really notice that. Yeah, I thought there should be a 2nd age, but I'm just wondering. I've not heard it referenced. Is it up there? It's up there. Looks like we had the same thought at the same time there, Away Shall Fade. I'm so insane, I shall invade your dreams for a few seconds after I die. Right, so I need to get rid of those. You can sometimes hear them rubbing their wings together, these Grodbog. The plurals are not Grodbogs, apparently it's Gredbig. It just means they could be anywhere. I'm going to be stuffed when I play this on a non-hunter. I get used to using the tracking tools. Right, so that one is down and round? Possibly. There you are. Is that another one of those overseers? Yes. Look, they skip. Watch. Skip, 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 skip. Skip orc. I'm going to die, but I'll be happy about it. Anyway, you got to get your entertainment where you can get it. So, I still need. I got distracted there. I need another 10 of these grodbogs. Grodbig. Gredbig. Singular is grodbog. Plural is gredbig. Go figure. Is it up again? But that's going to take me into... He's back again. Oh, go on, let's do another skip fest. Come skip to me! Skip, skip, skip. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, he stopped screaming. That's sad. Same away shall fade. I thought that they were talking about something different when they said Gredbig compared to Grodbog. But then you got the Norbogs as a creature in various regions, and they're like Nerdbig or something in the plural. Great. So the next one I can see is up there. I need a way up. No! No, 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 no. That was a little bit close. Yeah, and Hendrivel. Hendrivel and Hendrivale. I wouldn't want to be the one checking for typos in quests in LOTRO. Simply because the plurals and things change. Oh, go on. I need to actually walk past there, so you may as well skip to your death again. No, you die. It's simpler. Right. So we're still after these Gredbig. Only I'm gonna end up out of the... I feel like I should have a look at Sindarin rules, because I tend to get confused when something looks like a different species, like Grodbog and Gredbig again. Thinking I'm looking for something else and going, I've never seen one of those before, when I've actually killed 40 of them already or something. Oh, I've never... It respawned, but watching it fall was so fun. Oh, go on. You can do it again. Oh dear, I'm so petty. Oh, I just gotta go back and do it again at some point. That's so funny. Not all creatures in Khazad-dûm are intelligent. Now then, I need another... The Gredbig don't show up on the map because they're not aggressive until you... I need to work out how to make a snippet from a Twitch video and just get that one just to replay itself over and over and over again. Now then, my mission is still Ah, round the corner, okay. You accidentally made a clip. I need to work out how to do that. I've seen other streamers do it, so that you can just share a portion of it with people rather than saying, go to hour 2, 43 minutes and 10 seconds to see the thing I'm talking about. You can just show it. They sound like creaking doors, those Gredbig. Right. I need more of you little blighters. Where are you? Had it found a good clip for you, or was it just something totally random? Yes, it would be a lot more convenient. Oh, gotta go back down there again. Is my milestone still available? Yes, good. Now then, how do I get down there the non-suicidal route? Nope, all those routes look suicidal to me. Maybe it's down and round or something. It was random. Presumably it's something I can do on the Twitch website rather than have to do while streaming. Ah, there's one. That wasn't even the one I was tracking. Haha, the non-suicidal route. I'm committed to your cause. I'm just not quite yet ready to die for it, dwarves. Have I got my max damage over time set for... Probably have. Yeah. 20%. Nope, they're just deep claws up there. Okay. Three more of these things. It's the only one we have to do in this, then we can have to go all the way back up to Durin's Way again. Well, worse than that, I've got to go back up to Zurakzigl. I don't realise quite how British my voice sounds until I start trying to say things like Zurakzigl, which is clearly not how anyone in Middle-earth would pronounce it, except maybe the hobbits. Two more. Nearly through this one. Godbog. So near yet so far. Oh, and there's number 9. And numero 10. Right, and then we get to talk to Bozy, and I think he is back up here. So let's take the milestone, rather than me taking 3 hours to get back. Zurakzigl. Sounds like it should be some sort of culinary dish. Hi, I'd like 2 portions of Zurakzigl, please. Yes, coming up shortly. Extra spicy. Right. I'm just going off on one now. Oh, it all fits. There's a fluke. Right. Just. Oh, I've got 6 6 slots left in my bags.
It is hoped that Balin's company discovered Mithril.
No one just still not told him that Myrlas found the Mithril. Cool. Oh, nearly gained a gold and a half in this session. It's not bad going. Hello, Bozy.
You have done well, friend.
Good work. You are ever a friend at need, and I am at your service. You continue to impress me with your inextinguishable fervour towards our cause.
Records and histories of Moria will aid us, if you can find them.
If you can find the mysteries, they will help us. The Gredbig were a dreadful hazard, and despite your efforts, they will undoubtedly return in time. But we cannot spend overlong dealing with this minor threat. To wholly wipe them out would involve resources beyond what I can provide. We must turn now to other matters and defend ourselves from returning Gredbig wherever we must. What I truly desire above all else is a chance to look at records and histories from the old days. Who knows what secrets lie untold beneath the dust? Pages, tablets, tomes to be found throughout the caverns of Moria. There should be storehouses located in the Great Delvings of Moria, and they are... Oh, we've got to go back to Great Delving again, but I keep getting lost. Darn it. And they are thus named the Chamber of Knowledge, the Chamber of Wisdom, the Chamber of Deep Thought. The answer is 42. Find these storehouses within the Great Delving and search them all for records of the old days. Return to me when you have found something from each area. Talk to list down the entrance of Zerxel. That sounds like a good point to go and get another cup of tea, if everyone's okay with that. And then I can keep going for maybe another 3/4 of an hour to start investigating what's further north than this. There's so much of this. It's amazing how big this place is. But yeah, okay. What I'll do is I'll go make another cup of tea, and then we'll go and investigate a little bit of that further north, and either by 6:30 my time or 1:30 server time, or if my painkillers wear off, whichever happens first, I'll draw it to a close then. But I will go and get another cup of tea for now. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you all shortly. Yep, good idea, away shall fade. See you all in a few minutes. Yeah, well, gotta keep him entertained as much as anyone else. Hello! Get AFK mode off. Cool. So, the next adventure of trying to get lost, or trying not to get lost, depending, is Zaraxigal. Cool. But I need to speak to... now, am I going to end up... I'm going to leave mapping the Winding Way, because these other quests are actually all north of here, I think. Where's it? Can't see the dark green ring. It's not there. Ah! The Great Delving... There. Okay. The Tea Club! Even if I had coffee, I shouldn't have any at this time of day anyway. So actually I need to go back to the Great Delving for the epic. Nah, let's go to Zaraxigal because I've said it so many times now. So I need to be trying to find the way north. No, 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 no. You've come out here so many times. This is the way out. So... back kind of the way we just came from. So... up here, let's try taking a steed at least. Oh, but no, that respawned straight away, didn't it? Of course it did. Sometimes you can get away with... I thought that dwarf was half in the floor there, but it's a step down. You can get away with going past a mob that is respawning. Depends on how quickly it becomes active. Apparently in Moria it's instantaneous. Never mind. I should have got Cold Remedy and forgot. I'll do it after stream. So, up here. Dare we take the goat again? No, because, of course. These mounted wargs, that when they actually approach you, they're quite foreboding. When you see them running on their own, they just sort of scuttle. See, they're just scuttling up. This one here, look. Waddle, 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 waddle. I'm fearsome, fear me. Waddle. Yeah, it seems to be the stream of finding how hilarious the enemy and some of your allies are. It's actually not worth mounting when you're within foe range. Right, so now I want to be going north. So is that up and north? Yeah, it's as good a guess as any. Ah, what the heck? Let's see. Rah, to you two. Yes, you did 166 damage to me here, I have 3,500 back. Haven't gone far on my burglar, but I love being able to sneak around all his enemies. Yeah, I thought of the advantage before of sneaking around things. I have a low-level champion, which I'm enjoying, but I have to be careful because it's quite fast melee. It can really hurt my hands sometimes. But I do like the AoE effects in champion that I think Guardian kind of misses out on a little bit. Like you say, all classes can't have everything. Now then, is this where I saw the Merivale with the bats around them? Kind of stumbled into that area by accident. I'm actually quite enjoying. I mean, he's level 20-ish, my champion. It seems like a bit like a. You have some of the Guardian effects in that you can use heavy armor, and if you want to, you can use evasion to avoid some of the abilities of enemies. But you can't use a shield, so I think you can use greatsword or 2 single-handed weapons. But I do like, it's quite fun, especially with the dwarf who just sort of yells dwarvish things in a very enthusiastic manner while taking out 6 orcs. So you can take quite a lot of damage as a as a champion, and deal a lot of damage at the same time. That's as far as I can tell. It's very early days still. Pants, I'm drinking tea. Yay! These freaky bat ladies. Came across those for the first time in Angmar. They're just too freaky. So we're heading in the right direction, roughly, at least, as far as I can tell. Yay, it's another scuttlebug. I mean, warg mounted goblin. Yeah, and if you've... you were talking about having rune keepers and minstrels, you have to use your abilities to compensate for the light armor. Or some of the other trait points where, you know, you can use your race traits or class traits to compensate. So I think, although Hunter's medium armor, in my virtue traits, I think I've got quite a lot of physical mitigation going on, and some tactical as well. My Guardian's just picked up, because I changed to Yellow Tree, a light damage ability. So I suspect I'm going to need a little bit of tactical mastery. But I've got to be careful I don't have too much of that, because I'm supposed to take damage, so need to swap out some tactical mitt when I'm facing relevant mobs for that. Just trying to remember to be equipped for the fight. Yeah, very squishy minstrel. I had exactly that. I turned the wrong way. When I was in the Lone Lands in the very northeast, you can attract large groups of whites. And as a minstrel, you can't defend very easily against that. So I think my minstrels are ones that I nearly always have a skirmish soldier in difficult areas, because you just need the extra pair of hands, I think. Difficulty with Lonelands is the Eglin are really, culturally, they don't accept outsiders. So getting max rep with the Eglin is really hard. You can get halfway between ally and kindred fairly easily, but getting the rest you have to go into the challenging areas, or decide I need to kill
How may I
5,000
be of
orcs or
assistance?
something, but that's quite unforgiving. Swift Staff of Stone Cutting. Oh, that's quite a neat staff. Might pass that to my Lawmaster for wardrobe. Blessed Staff. Nah, that's boring. I'll keep that though. Enjoy your food, away shall fade. Am I sitting on why are my bags so full? Quite a few rep items sat in here. Minstrel's Mace. Burglar's Club. Burglar's Club. I'd like to join a Burglar's Club, please.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Right. It's a bit late for my welcome. I've been here for quite a long time.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
So, Ramby sent you to find out about the increase in bat activity. Yes, we have noticed that as well. The bats seem to dwell in a cave a bit south and east of here. I'm unsure of what has roused them, but I would imagine that it might be found within that cave. Hunt as many of those winged menaces as you can find while you are there. What are you doing while I'm killing all your stuff?
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Not all endeavours have gone well for us in Moria. One early settlement in Durin's Way was an outpost built by Gerwith at Glokuru to the south. The encampment became overrun by goblins and was burned entirely, while only Gerwith and a few others managed to escape. The goblins threaten to fortify Glokuru and remain a persistent danger to us if we do not act against them. Head there and defeat as many of them as you can. Then report to Gerwith in Tharak Bazan, to the east, when it is done.
We have seen naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
That's a really pretty shield. I don't very often have gear envy, but I have started to look at getting the prettiest shield for my Guardian. I've only got one Guardian. Well, I've got a very low level one, but one main Guardian. The White Hand Uruks have me concerned, Myrlas. They are attempting to sway the goblins into an alliance with the leaders of the White Hand army. While it is a fine thing for us when goblins fight each other, we cannot allow them to gain a foothold here, within the bounds of Khazad-dûm, when they already control considerable forces without. I need you to hunt down and defeat the White Hand's emissaries before they're able to convince or intimidate the goblins here into joining him. My scout spotted one in the goblin camp of Ninknak Faltor. My pronunciation strikes again. Another in Glokuru, and the third was in Durin's Crossing, between here and Jazagund. Okie day.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
A message? I was not expecting any messages. What is this about? You deliver the message, and Listein looks it over. This artifact was not far from here at all. This is wonderful news, Myrlas. 1 second ago it was like, why am I having a message? Now it's like, wonderful message, give me more. With this information, I may be able to preserve another once lost artifact. Oh, foods. I don't have many foods because I keep forgetting to work on my... I've got some Kinneys gave me, but I'm getting a little bit low. Feasts of Rohan. Yeah. Might's one of those things that it kind of can help a hunter, but not really. Not for DPS purposes, anyway. Ooh. He's giving away free stuff. Right, I need to post some things to my alts before I totally block up my inventory again. So this is a minstrel's mace. so just so my minstrel has something ready. And what's that one? Burglar's Club. No, I don't have a burglar, and I need to send that to my LM. Closed it down when I had it open already. Right, so I need to send this to Aether, which is my... I've kind of neglected my LM a bit, which is not a great idea. He's my jeweler, so I use him for crafting a lot, but it's because I've got a few characters stuck at various points, and I've got 2 or 3 in North Downs at the moment. I don't want to be doing the same area too many times at once, that's all. Right, I will compile that, whatever the correct word is, I keep forgetting. Right, what are we picking up here? Send them back home.
If we are to find Mithra in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
We have many traditions, Myrlas, and this one is not the least. When we head into battle, we bring with us a letter. If we fall, that letter will be returned home by the survivors, if any remain. Interesting. Many of us have come to Moria, and some of us have fallen, and now it appears that the Merivale have discovered these letters and have taken perverse pleasure in keeping them as trophies of victory against us. The honour of our warriors and the peace of mind of their families demands that we recover these letters from the enemy wherever possible and return them to their rightful homes. Makes sense. Will you help us to retrieve these letters? If you come upon one of our fallen Endurians way, search the body for their letter. Return any letters here to me before the Merivale can get to them. Yeah, that is quite a sick thing to take as a trophy.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
We must keep safe the artifacts of ages past, Myrlas. Studying these relics gives us insight to untold legends of our forefathers, which might otherwise become lost. I have information on one such object, a mythical shield. That was last seen in Uflump Mur, just a short distance east of the door to the clouds. The goblins would have a difficult time destroying such a sturdy shield, so I'm hoping it may still be found there. Wow, this place spawns quests. I don't know whether to leave a few. Yeah, probably. This is quite a light and airy room. Moria is so pretty. Right, so I'll pick up the mail at another point. So where are we going? Out here. Send them back home. We need to kill off as many of these things as possible. Now then, we've got... Are these all allies of? Yes, so the bats are in fact allies of the goblins, so... I think some of those just like spontaneously combusted. I didn't kill all of those. Does killing the keeper somehow make them like lose their hope? I wonder. That's an interesting theory. Try it. Getting distracted by kitten chat. Try not to do that. You're just a Moria defender, so you shouldn't have any ads. Ha ha ha! I'm dead. Ooh, Moria captain. He doesn't quite skip as well as the insane ones from higher up. Oh, that's a shame. There's a fallen dwarf, but I don't think he's searchable. Ah, but the Merivale. I still think they're far too creepy. That's 2 of the letters. Only this bit doesn't lead anywhere. I spy a chest. Oh darn it! How fast do these things respawn? Right, I want to try my theory out. If I get rid of the keeper, what happens to the bats? Because some just vanished before. Oh, hello. Yeah, when you get rid of the keeper, that's odd. When you get rid of the keeper, the bats just poof into the ether, just vanished. Does mean, however, your focus with these is get rid of the keeper, but it's just really odd behaviour. Very strange. Okay, so we still want more of these letters. How do I get them? Let me try, because you can go further south. I wonder if there's another exit from that camp. Yes, okay. So I'm still looking for Merivale. Ah, emissaries. Emissaries. Oh, might actually be a challenge. Wow, I mean, orcs are never pretty, regardless of any references to bring your pretty face to my axe. But the ones down here are particularly gross. What is he channeling? I wish I could work out what he's channeling. Oh, what's my telling mark? Huh. I wonder if I can interrupt that at some point. 50% incoming range damage. No thank you. I can pass. Ah, making progress on the Goblin Slayer deed at least. I have no idea how many things are on the Slayer deed because I haven't completed an advanced one yet down here. Grab some metals while I'm here. Excuse my sniffing, I forgot to get a cold remedy earlier and I should have. When I finish up here I will fix that. Now then, I'm still in the right area ish. After the fire, what's after the fire? Defeat goblins. Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't mind taking down small goblins. There we go. And that counts as 2, so that's good. Now this is the area I stumbled in on. I'm just wondering whether this is relevant now. Yeah, it's part of After the Fire. Yeah, okay. So again, if I get rid of that in there, these haven't... Ah, that's interesting. I wonder if it's a bug, because these ones haven't despawned. That one did. Ah, there's a delay. So when you take out the keeper, the bats do vanish, but on a timed basis. This aura increases the morale of nearby goblins. Ah, so you need to take out the captain, so that other goblins are not as powerful. I'm getting harassed here by like crazy. Right. That was a bit more damaging than it should have been. Merivale, yay, burn! Forgot I had oils. Going okay, I think. Did you catch the despawning bats section? So, these Moria keepers have bats near them. And they are allies of, a bit like the... I forgot the name of them now. So, these bats, if you take out the keeper, if you watch, although they just sort of despawn, they vanish into the ether, like they're not real somehow, which is really weird. But it does mean you just got to make sure you take out the keeper every time and not try and get rid of the bats. Don't know if that makes sense. It just seemed really odd. And what else have I got to do here? Nothing in this area as such. Send them back home. Collect dwarf letters. I need another Marivale. Maroval, whatever the singular is. But they could be anywhere. There's one. Yeah, no, it was really odd because I knew I had 3 bats to take out, and I managed to get rid of one, and then the other 2 just sort of evaporated. Right, so we've got that. Emissaries. And there should be an emissary in here somewhere. Allegedly. Yeah, I'll just say things the way they look. May not make sense. My language will not necessarily be accurate to the law, let's say. So I need to take out the keeper here to get to the emissary. Got one of the bats, and then the other 2, yeah, vanish. Well, that's what makes sense. That's what matters the most. Right, here you are, emissary. Darn it! It's too strong for traps. It's the orc equivalent of too cool for school. I'm too strong for traps. Right, so now I need to go to the opposite end. Of course I have. Got to take, re-navigate the maze. Burn, goblin! Burn! Oh, pants. No. They leave permanent debuffs, that's annoying. Well, permanent, evaporates in a few seconds, but I couldn't cleanse the debuff. I'm small enough to get through those holes, why are you not letting me? You've got to take the long route round. Moria has definitely been designed to confuse the heck out of me. Even though they created it years before I played actively. It's worth 2-shotting those keepers to be able to get rid of the bats. You see, they're a bit inconsistent in when they disappear. So you can't bank on it. I've already done the quest part of that, but there's a Merivale Slayer deed, so you may as well kill any on your way out of here as well. Oh, to be a voice actor for a goblin. See, they're not actually attacking me. Yeah, you can see they fade out there. Maybe they know you away shall fade. Kill the keeper and away they fade. Oh, darn it, I've aggroed too many things. Oops. Oopsie. Yes. Oh, there's another one. They're everywhere. Are you a keeper? Yeah. Flip. I think these things are just respawning on top of me when I'm trying to get out. I still need to find the way out. Oops. I'm so confused. I need to be over... This way. They can't see me, I'm so small. I can just hide behind their little rock bits. Of course, the Merivale aren't quite so dense, but... Forgot I hadn't replenished focus there. So I am now going in the right direction and hopefully won't aggro too many things this time. Great minds and all that. The respawn rate in Moria is a little bit insane. You have to fight almost as hard to get out as you do to get in. I don't really want one of your dazers, thank you. Right. This all following? No, I'm out of combat. Good, good. Right, so I need to go pick up the last of the emissaries. I nearly said overseers, same kind of thing really. Emissaries... Convincing goblins to join their goblin crew. Or they are orcs convincing goblins to join their clan. Something along those lines anyway. I thought my swift bow would have you taken all those out. What's the damage on that at the moment? Oh, actually isn't as high as I thought it was. So the emissary is somewhere around here, but there's another keeper. There you are. Yay! 10 LOTRO points are mine. Now that'll show me then what is actually in. Never look at stuff in an area that is a fast respawn zone. Wait. So I have shiny buttons syndrome. Ooh, something pretty to look at. Oh wait, I'm being attacked. Right, now then, where are you emissary? There most likely? Yes. Oh, I've already got the overall Slayer. Slayer of Moria? Ew. Hi Macapple, thank you and thank you for following. I have no idea why I haven't got an overall Slayer group there. I assume there is one. Really appreciated Macapple, thank you. I will check through followers, and if you've got a stream of your own, I will gladly follow you back as a thank you. Oh, I thought I killed it. Oops. Right, so that's the last emissary. I will be closing the stream off in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I need to take more meds and catch a break and hopefully be off stream by the time my family gets home. But it's been really fun. I had quite a few people drop in. There's been quite a few laughs going on as well. The Second Age is the time period of Ard that began after the climactic banishment of Morgoth into the Void by the Lords of the West. I need to read upon that then. Doesn't quite explain to me why I'm not seeing any references to Second Age weapons, let's say. But that's just a small... It doesn't really matter. What matters more is the history of it. I'm trying to get back to Zerxigalt. I think I need to be up for that. I think. Excuse me. No, I was wrong. Down is looking good, or at least across. Definitely craftable. Only Third Ages drop in landscape. And First Ages drop in raids. I think I've seen other people get First Ages from doing roving threats. Oh, they're still rare drops in landscape, okay. I don't quite understand this. There's also these craftable relics, is it? Yeah. I don't know which crafting profession offers that, but I suspect there's no particular urgency at my level to worry about that yet. Only just noticed I'm supposed to find the Bat Cave. I wonder if double meaning of Bat Cave in society. Shall we try and find the Bat Cave? I bet it hasn't got anywhere near as exciting as the Bat Cave that everyone knows originally. Instance drop rates are better. Okay. I don't do many instances, but given I'm mostly a solo player, I think my need for overpowering weapons at this point is lower than some players. I know I'll have a gearing issue whenever I make it to Mordor, which at this rate is going to be at June, July, August of next year. Roving threat brands for First Ages. Ah, okay. That must be how they got it then, because they were definitely on a roving threat run when people found they had First Ages. I'm trying to find the Bat Cave. Let's make this the last quest then of the stream. Trying to find a Bat Cave, just because it's the Bat Cave. That must be how they got it then. It weren't drops as such, it was barter currency. There's a lot of barter currencies in this game. Oh, drat it, another keeper. I have way too many debuffs. Right. Is this where the Bat Cave is? These bats should have despawned already. Thank you. It's in this direction at least. We're all learning something, Alva. Nope, Bat Cave is not this way. Is it the other way then? Zara Garaf. I've been here once before. Is this one of the... Yes, I think it was. We might be getting closer now to the Bat Cave. This looks like a cave. This looks like an entrance to an instance. It's not. Is this an entrance to an instance? Haha. Is this the Bat Cave? You have found the Bat Cave. Oh look, now I'm here. I have the deep fats? It must be getting late. I need to defeat bats. I don't need to deep fat fry anything. And I need to defeat Morval bat handlers. Oh, yuck. These are really disgusting, my life. You know, at least you could possibly say the ones you met before have an aura of being quite pretty in the face despite being massively evil. These things are just ugly. Oh! Oh, they make it so much easier when they come and find you. Okay, so wife is back, so I need to try and finish up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Which I think I said 5 or 10 minutes ago, but then I remembered I needed to find a bat cave and it all got exciting. Bat handler? I want to know, do his bats despawn as well when... Yes, no? No, they don't all despawn. Don't know whether they were supposed to have. I need... well, 10 more bats and then we're done. I forgot your laptop was in here. Ah, oh, hang on, he's an ally of... Where is... There they are. Camera angle. Those things are vicious, my life. 6 more bats, and I've hit a dead end. Of course I have. But it's not as simple, is it? You can't just go ahead and get the bats, because the bat handlers respawn quickly too. Can I take a turning somewhere, or is the back here? Aha, right, so there's a tunnel I've not taken, and there's some more bats. They're everywhere! 3 more bats. Yay! Right. Oh, so obliging. Right. Now then, I need to get out of here. And... was this the way in? Trying to remember how I got into this place in the first place. Not that way, because it's not mapped. Here we go. Hey, that's not bad. I usually get lost in caves. Let me out. Let me out. Why is it not letting me out? It's just slow. Okay. Latency's fine. Cool. So we'll make our way back to Ziggle, and then I'll be able to close off the streams. But we'll hand in the quests and see what accolades we are given and how many more Doom and Gloom stories we can pick up from the Dwarves before we finish for the day. I think I'll be on lobby characters tonight when I actually just be playing on my own time. Oh, pants, I haven't checked my... Oh, it's okay. Half an hour before everything times out, that's fine. Yay! We made it, people. We made it out of the Batcave. Not a quest I thought we'd pick up in a Middle-earth context.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
You have retrieved the letters of the fallen. My thanks to you, Myrlas. The messages contained herein will bring a sorrowful but much needed close to the grieving of their families. I will see that they make their way safely back to Durin's threshold. After doing the quick post in the Shire, I get quick post gloves. They're not better than I'm currently equipped, but I make my own armour. Sometimes I pick things that I don't need for their aesthetics, but not in this case. Ring of Revenge. 34 agility, 13 vitality. Yeah, that'll be better than the Forest Shell ring that I have equipped. Oh look, another legendary item level up. I'll deal with that later. Oh, I keep clicking the give me another LI slot instead of the X on that.
These
panel.
halls will be great once more.
So that's the end of the emissaries of the White Hand, and good riddance. Our only hope against these odds is to keep the goblins disorganized and encourage them to prey upon each other as much as they prey upon us. The last thing we need down here is for some strong leader to emerge and unite them against us. Now, do I need... Oh, the shield looked so good, but actually that is a better... I have to go for what's better equipped for me, rather than just keep accumulating shields. That's better than one of the wristbands I have attached already. So, let's run with that.
These halls will be great once more.
Welcome back. Was the hunting good? You saw a few of those creatures that have been stirring at the bats, have you? This does not bode
Abide
well.
here a moment and speak with me.
Nothing bodes well anyway, does it, to be honest? I don't know what these creatures are, Myrlas. This is the first I've seen or heard of them. Not for me. Though perhaps they're related to the Merival, but I am certain that their presence here in Khazad-dûm bodes only ill. Perhaps Book may be able to help us. I seem to recall him mentioning something about these creatures, and I suspect he may have encountered them again on his way to Tharek Bazan. Speak with Book and find out what information he may have, which I will do at a later point. Have we got everything else to turn in? No, I need to add that to tracker for next time. Cool. In which case, we made it, people. We made it further into Moria. We've leveled up. We've leveled up a few LIs along the route. Had a few laughs at the failings of various creatures to stay their ground and stay on the ground. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next weekend. I will be aiming to try and get another one in the week, but I need to find the right time slot for that. Either way, next Sunday I will be doing another LOTRO stream. So, from myself and Myrlas, thank you very much. Enjoy, if you're still in a time zone where it's still the weekend, enjoy it, and hopefully we'll see you around next time. Take care, everybody.